Monster Hunter Wilds is out, and the modders, the degens, are back at it again. To start off this video, I wanted to show you guys this beautiful mod I have come across. There's no sound to it, so... yeah. So... the modders are at it! The modders sure are at it! And goddamn! There's been discourse about a lot of mods. There's obviously some sexy mods, obviously, for her. There's people wanting health bars for some reason, but let's go.
Monster Hunter Wilds is already doing phenomenally for...
There it is. There it is, right away. There it is, right away. I saw this exact tweet, play Monster Hunter with mods, and someone quote retweeted that one, called him a tourist, and then Pirate Nation went back and said, "Whoa, I modded a game that only affects me? Crazy!"
Capcom. It sold over 8 million copies so far, and basically everybody's talking about it on social media. And while most of the discussion is positive, there are a few snowflakes out there who are really upset over the fact that gamers are modding their own title.
Their own game. It doesn't affect anyone else. No one else. But hey. You can't do that. That's boobs in video games? What? We haven't had that since 2014! That's not allowed anymore!
Different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, modders are very easy to attack for these snowflakes, right? Because the company itself, Capcom, does not support modding. So these people feel like they are on a moral high ground that,
it's those kind of guys. I see. It's those kind of people. Oh my god. Moral grandstanding.
And the company who made this game doesn't want you changing their creations, which I think is ridiculous because you do not have to download a mod. You can choose to just play the game the way the developers intended, but to add a mod to your title that, again, does not affect anybody should not really be so bothersome, but it is to a lot of people out there.
So
and well, the modders are already going crazy with Wild, as we already knew. There are tons.
I love the farting mod, it's so funny. Again, this is so funny. I wouldn't do that to my game, but I think this is incredibly funny and kind of creative, honestly.
Tons of very attractive females within this game, characters that everybody's been memeing on and simping over for weeks at this point. So we knew that this was going to happen very quickly, and it has. But this is very troublesome news to a few people out there. Who would have thunk that changing your own game could bother so many people? This video has been posted and reposted a couple of times now, specifically from KoAlan and Pirate Nation, but it just highlights the female character's best assets. Now, within the game, you can't change the character body proportions, right? You can't make their chest larger.
That is true. The female character is so fucking flat-chested. As in, like, the female main character. Other ones? No, but why am I flat-chested? I want booba. I want a boba! Give me my boba! Where's my boba slider? Give me a boba slider, a butt slider, and a thigh slider! God damn!
Or smaller. You can't make their butt larger or smaller. So I think that we all had expected this to be like one of the first things that was addressed with this game. And there are also already some outfit mods, and there are some costumes or armor sets within the game that show quite a lot of skin. It's just that people wanted their characters' body proportions to be a bit enhanced for all of their assets to be shown in all.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're not sexist out here. We also want a butch slider.
All of their glory, which of course does bother me personally. I am not planning on using any mods with the game at this point in time currently, but I might, farther down the line when there are more. What I would be most interested in are technical mods because this game
So funny.
has a lot of issues. Now, I'm playing it on the PS5 Pro, but I know a lot of PC
Oh.
players are having
Yeah, for the PS5, it's hella optimized because they developed it first and foremost for the PS5. So, yeah.
a lot of issues, but even on the PS5 Pro, there are quite a few problems. I've had a lot of texture bugs and glitches. I've been kicked out.
I heard about the texture loading in issue. Again, I didn't have the issue. God, I need to shut the hell up. Did you guys have texture issues at all? We're not sexist, we just appreciate giant cousin massive coca. I haven't seen it on PS5. I don't know. I have no idea. I heard that it's running really smoothly on PS5. You guys having the textures loading in issues?
Out of the game a few times, and while we're not talking about anything that kills the experience, at least for me, it is really bothersome that you're paying $70 for a buggy and broken game. Now, I'm sure Capcom is going to put out some patches in the future, and I'm sure that modders will also work very hard, but we should not have to rely on modders to fix a game.
Yeah, of course. No. I know someone who would disagree, actually. And his name is Todd Howard. I know someone.
I hope that we do see more technical fixes in the future from these community members who actually care about these experiences, but because these mods feature jiggly boobs, there are some people who are really triggered over them. There are some people who are, of course, saying, already mods, damn, that was fast, but
that was actually really
there are
fast,
also a lot of negative Nancy's. No thanks, I prefer my game to look lore relevant, which is perfect.
Sure? Yeah, do it! But I don't see how big boobs changed the lore! Is there a lore reason why all the women are flat-chested? What's the lore behind that? Did we all, like, get genetically changed? Are the monsters so scary? Our tits just fall off? Is that the reason? Do the tits just not grow?
Perfectly fine. That's the beauty of mods. You don't have to use them if you don't want to use them. Does it patch performance, or do I still need a 2K graphic card to brute force the issues? Is gaming a hobby or a fetish to you people? It is
so dumb. That's so dumb.
So comical that there are people out there who think that appreciating attractive men and women.
I don't even want, like, I wouldn't even take this comment serious. Like, look at the flags. Switzerland, Palestine, Ukraine. Like, I wouldn't even take this guy serious.
Women in video games as some kind of fetish that, oh my god, it's disgusting that you would dare objectify a fictional character that is already an object. Like, how
Canada,
dare
sorry, I'm stupid. It's Canada, I'm so sorry. My brain. I apologize. Canada. Yes, Canada, not Switzerland.
You treat this character like they're, I don't know, in a video game that you own. These people are just so bothered by the smallest things possible. Those outfits look quite impractical. Yes, they definitely are, but you know what else is pretty impractical is fighting a gigantic dragon that shoots.
You know what else is impractical apart from fighting that monster? Using that clunky-ass giant greatsword. I don't think it's very practical to actually use that. Have you seen how slow you move with that thing? Practical? Not at all. That's anything but practical.
Lightning and fire and ice at you. Those things are pretty unrealistic, at least in my opinion, because there are women that exist in the real world with pretty big breasts.
What? She's lying. There's no way. Big-breasted women actually exist? Where? Where? please tell me where so I can avoid them.
Modders deliver what companies do not. How lonely does one have to be to reach this level of goonery? Oh yes, how lonely are you that you would take the time and effort to actually appreciate the way that characters look within your game? Now, of course, these people are only emboldened because of Capcom, because over the past couple of years, Capcom has taken aim at game modding. Now, this really all stems back to professional level players, tournament players, because I'm sure you all remember the
I know exactly what she's about to say. I know exactly what she's about to say.
tournament incident that happened just a couple of years ago, though these people now feel emboldened to come out and say, oh my god, this is degenerate content, because Capcom's basically said the same things themselves. In 2023, Capcom had taken aim at PC game modding, saying developers should be concerned over, quote,
okay, sorry for the interruption, but if you don't actually know what happened, there was a tournament that was streamed live. One of the players chose Chun-Li, and he had his mods on, and his mods stripped her of all of her clothing, and it was broadcasted to everyone who was watching. Yes, it was Mr. Joe. Yes.
content, because Capcom's basically said the same things themselves. In 2023, Capcom had taken aim at PC game modding, saying developers should be concerned over, quote, mods that are offensive to public order and morals. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, just like how they're removing one flex but allowing the other one. Which, by the way, I forgot which way around it was. Like, they're allowing... No. Okay, so I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but in games, I believe, for example, like in Spider-Man, they removed a mod, and that wasn't the developers, that was the website, like Nexus Mods. They removed the mod that gave you the possibility to remove the LGBT flags. But they left it in that you are able to mod in those flags and the Palestinian flags and whatever. Oh my god. It's just, yeah. Nexus Mods is getting annoying. It is getting really annoying. And I don't think Nexus Mod should have the right to do that. I forgot why I even brought that up at this point. I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent there. I mean, in regards of, here's the developer, so it just reminded me of that. Whatever, let's move on.
A company's job to worry about what my morals are. It shouldn't matter to a company what I do with the game, as long as I am swiping my credit card on the product that they are providing. You would think that they would appreciate the fact that people love and respect their game so much that they...
I agree. You should be able to do whatever the hell you want to do with the game, as long as you're like not like reselling it, like profiting off of it by reselling it, right? Like by... Oh my god, I can't articulate today. You should not be able to profit with mods, is what I'm trying to say. Gosh. But you should still be able to do whatever the hell you want with your own copy. You should be able to do whatever the hell you want with your own copy. If you wanna fucking break the CD in half. Granted, there would be a CD, right? I don't even know if there's a disc version for the PlayStation. But granted, if you wanted to set that on fire, you should be able to do that.
They would put dozens to hundreds to thousands of hours into fixing it for them. Just to recap the situation, they had talked about how basically all mods are cheats, which is an insane take to have. What modders are doing internally is no different than cheating. Mods are popular with users because they allow them to add or change various features to an existing game. However, for the purpose...
Are cheats mods? Technically, yes. Are all mods cheats? No. It's just... How? Explain to me. How's this cheating? Explain to me! How am I cheating if I installed this mod? How am I cheating? Explain!
Purposes of anti-cheat and anti-piracy, all mods are defined as cheats. That is to say that mods are not officially supported by the game, are impossible to distinguish from cheat tools implementation-wise, and they even, of course, went on to say...
But that's a whole different issue. Like, the anti-cheat system not being able to recognize that a mod is not a cheat is a complete, entire different issue here.
That basically the majority of mods can have a positive impact on the game, but some mods can be detrimental to the company, both in terms of reputational damage and in terms of workload. So they're saying that, oh, because these images are online, it could affect their public image, which is an insane take to have. And if you even look at the dates that, you know, the Monster Hunter mods...
People are praising it! People are loving the mods! If anything, it would increase the popularity.
Were uploaded March 1st, and we are now on the 4th, and we're hearing that clearly these terrible mods didn't negatively affect the sales of this game at all, because they announced that they have sold over 8 million copies in just 3 days since official launch. So clearly things are going good for them, and clearly these mods are not negatively affecting their image at all. Now, will they make an official statement on the more recent mods? I don't think so. Everything seems to be going pretty good for them, except for the review scores of this game, which are really bad on Steam. Again,
that's because of the performance issues, though. So that's a whole different thing. Again,
people on PC are having a really tough time when it comes to...
Does that include pre-orders? Yes, it does.
Technical difficulties. I really hope that Capcom fixes them over the next couple of weeks and they release a lot of patches. Even on PS5 Pro, I've had some issues with texture and popping and whatnot. The game has still been really great, and I still think that this is a title a lot of people are going to want to pick up if you haven't already. But the mod situation at this point is pretty hilarious, because the people who are complaining are basically being drowned out by real gamers who are just saying, that was fast, this is amazing, and I'm going to go and download these immediately. But they're still trying to complain. Though that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.
Great video. Great video.
Monster.
So, there's also, as I mentioned at the start of this video, there's been, I believe it was a game journalist who said the first mod he's installing is a health bar mod. Now, a lot of people made fun of the guy for it and looked down upon him for that. But again, it's his game, right? He's like modding his own thing. Sometimes I'm thinking like, why are there no health bars? It would be great to kind of have a health bar, personally thinking, right? But I can't accept that it doesn't exist. I can't accept that, and I'm fine, and I'm learning how to deal without it. That's how it is. I feel like paying attention to the monster condition is part of the game. It does definitely feel like that, yes. And I'm learning to use that. And other people just wanting to, like, just skip that entire curve of learning and actually appreciating the way the game works is just kind of dumb. So I do get why people are clowning on him. For a newcomer, it makes sense that they'd want a health bar if they're not used to it. Yeah. If a game has difficulty settings, then health bars would be great for the easier modes and skipping it on the tougher modes. I don't know about that. I don't know if given the option at all to give health bars would be good. You could at least make it a toggle. I mean, at that point, if you add it in as a toggle, why would you not always have it activated? Because if you didn't always have it activated, you would actively be nerfing yourself. Monster Hunter isn't Dark Souls? Of course not, yeah. The game doesn't inform you of the monster's HP, it adds an icon to the monster in the minimap when it starts getting low. Yes, but that's like the final phase, and that's only at the very end. I do know that. It also starts humping away and like crawls away. I know. What if someone wants the extra challenge because they enjoy it? Okay, so what if someone puts a cookie in front of you and says, you can have it, but you can also just not eat it to not gain extra weight, to make it hard on yourself, or whatever. Why would you not want to eat the cookie? Monster Hunter has since the beginning tried to avoid HP bars because as the hunter, they want you to observe your surroundings and behavior. I see. That's a good point. That's good. Okay. Either way, I think that's it. I don't think we need to talk much more about it. You don't need health bars. Get used to the game. It's not that kind of game. It doesn't have health bars. If you really want it, you can't. It's kind of defeating the point of the game.